Hey guys, this is Doji Stocks. Today was a good ride with the bulls. It was a green day for the market, as you can see. We're going to go over and recap the SPY today, see the levels. We're going to see what levels we're looking at for tomorrow. And also, we're going to touch base a little bit on a few earning reports. We had Tesla, we had Bank of America, we had Verizon, we had so many. There was like 380 earning reports. So we're just going to touch in a couple just to see how they are. It might, you might have those stocks in your portfolio. Hopefully they all went up. So we're going to look at them. All right. So let's go into the chart. So this is the 5-minute chart. We're at the SPY indicator here. So the stock is the SPY. It closed today at 527.25. It had a 13.37% change since the open, which is amazing. So as we can see right here, we opened up at 9:30. We started with a red candle. It dropped all the way down to the 519.36 level, and then it reversed, and then it's just started going up into a rocket here to the high of 525 around 11:20, and then we had a normal retracement, bounced off the 523 level, and then it rode all the way up, and from this level it targeted the prior week value area low, and at one point it actually tapped the May POC. Once we did that, it reversed. You see this humongous red candle with long wicks here. This is showing that the buyers were trying to push everything up, but the sellers were still in control. We bounced off at the level at 521, and then we started uptrending again. We got a retracement, and then we ended up at the 526.94 level. So if you're looking at it, we had a poor low at the 520.28 area. But if we look back a little bit and we actually zoom into like a 30-minute chart, this is going to give us a little bit more information. So remember, each candle represents 30 minutes of the day. So if you look at this area right here, we started off here. This is our opening, came up, it tapped, and then came down and rejected. This area was a bounce, and this was a support line back in April 11th. As you can see, it tapped this level, tapped it twice, started going up, came down, and then it retraced back in April 16th, bounced off the same level. Then we actually went underneath it. And then we actually, today we started in the 30-minute candle. We were right at that level, came up. We didn't really tap that level again. We just started going up. So a very bullish sentiment overall, which is good. Let's see here. We're going to look at just different types of levels. I'm going to take all this out and just look into the 1-day chart. We're going to zoom out. So remember, each candle is 1 day. So right now we're at the 527. This is us right over here in this candle. Just looking back at the levels, as you could see right here, this is a support line right here. So this could be our future level to keep an eye on. As you could see, the candles are bouncing off, coming, bouncing, respecting it. Then we actually went underneath for 1 day. On the August 2nd, we came up. We went above this level, came down, we respected it, hit the support line once, we hit the support line twice, we came up, and now we came all the way back down. We beat it. For 1 day, we had this humongous big candle on April 9th. They came down. We're playing around with that level, and now this is becoming almost like a resistance line. So either from this level, chances are we're going to aim for this 540 level. Maybe tomorrow, maybe by the end of the week. Hopefully, sooner the better for the market. The other line we're looking at, if you're really looking at the next level for support or resistance, we're looking at this line right here. This is the 549.65 level. As you can see, same concept. We're coming here. We rejected because this is our support line. We went underneath it. So once we go underneath it, this is it from support, it turns into resistance. Came back in. Then we went over it, turned into resistance, support again. Came back. We tapped it a little bit for 1 day, 2 day, we went underneath, and then we went back up. So back up, came up, as you could see, and then here we used it as support. Okay. And if you zoom in, we tapped right over here, right in this area. We used that support line. We came up, we touched it again, we retested it, came up, and then we had a big sell-off. We had a gap down and then another gap down. And then on this day, we were almost here hitting the resistance. Okay, almost at the same level, came down, and now we're at this level. So we're looking very bullish here. We're trying to aim for this 539, the first level, and then 549 is our second level looking at that. Okay. So let's go into doing our levels for tomorrow. So we're going to go into the SVP. We're going to go at the 30-minute chart. Okay. So for everyone that doesn't understand the volume profile, I'm going to make a video, and I'm going to explain everything about volume profile, so you guys could understand exactly what all these levels mean. So right now we're going to put our levels. This is our prior prior day value high at 526.79. And then our POC for today is at 525.17. And then our prior day value low, it's at 521.82. Okay, so that's our today's values. So we're going to take this out. We're going to take and go into the TPO. We're going to see what we have for TPO. We're going to look at if there's any single prints and poor highs, poor lows. Obviously, we want to zoom so we can look at each candle. So we see in the A, remember, we're looking for that wick or that end of that formation right here. So we are the single print, I would say, where it's about 519.18. Okay, so we're gonna put a line there. Now we're gonna put that as a single print. Okay, and then we're gonna look up here. We have the F, G, and H. So we have a poor high here. About I want to say in this level here, about 529.36, I would say. All right. And that's a poor high. Okay, so right over there. Okay, so these are the levels just through the TPO. So just looking at it right now, if right now we're at the 527.25. I'm gonna go into that extended hours. We're gonna see how. Oh wow, look at this. So this is where the market closed today. And now we had this humongous green candle. So these are all earning reports. So the big boys, the Teslas, the Bank of Americas, the Verizons, and others probably had good earnings. So that's why you see this big green candle here. So right now we're at the 536 area. So it's hitting these single prints. So chances are tomorrow, we're going to aim for this prior week VPOC. So I won't be surprised if we open up probably in this area. We're going to come up, we're going to reject, we're going to hit this July very low. We're going to break it, retap it, aim for this Virgin POC. Um, we can, once we hit this, we can retrace a little bit. Um, but my ultimate goal is probably we're going to try to aim for this prior week area high right in this area. So it's either today, maybe tomorrow, but this is probably our ultimate goal right here. And then once we hit this and clear this, we could see a kind of a sell off for towards Friday or so. But yeah, so this looks beautiful. It looks very bullish. I would aim for this 541 as our primary target. And then our secondary target would be the 543.84. So it looks pretty good for tomorrow. If you guys got into a call before closing for SPY, you guys are up big time. So just measuring this, we're going to see. So this is the close here. So 10 points. That's great. Awesome. I want to go into really quickly some earnings. Let's see if we could get into earnings here. All right, so these are some earnings that went today. We had Tesla, SAP, I don't know what that is, GE, Verizon, the surgical company, Chubb, uh, Lockheed, Moody, the 3M, Capital One Finance. So a couple of banks today. Um, what else? Synchrony Financial, another bank. So it seems like all the banks did very well besides Capital One. Um, they, the banks did pretty good. Let me see Bank of America. They said Bank of America was there today. Maybe it's further down. National Bank Holding didn't do too good. All right, so let's talk about the big guy, the elephant in the room. All right, so we got Tesla. Unfortunately, Tesla, the EPS was at 0.27. They were forecasting a 0.42, so they missed on that. Their revenue, they missed by $2 billion. That's incredible. But I think the reason why Tesla went up, which we're going to look at really quick, the reason why Tesla went up is because Elon Musk said that he is going to start focusing a little bit more on Tesla and not so much on Doge, which politically, uh, you know, It's going to put him on the sideline so he could really focus on his business. So as you see, once the report came out, even though they had negative information, as soon as the conference call came, you see this humongous cucumber, this beautiful green candle. Then you have this long doji with these wicks on both sides, meaning that the market had no idea which way to go. And then we had another green one, and so on and so forth. So this looks very bullish. Right now it's at the 250.80. At close, it was down at the 237.90. So this probably pushed the market up for because of Tesla. This was at the 5 p.m. So I just want to compare with the SPY and 5 p.m. Yeah. All right. So this is probably why we're having this big candle here for the SPY. Is one reason is because of Tesla. All right. So let's look at GE, the other one. I think it was this one, right? GE. Let me see. Yep, earnings. All right, so earnings report. So their earnings 1.49 compared to 1.27. And their revenue is a little bit off, but they probably had good news. So let's hit, oops, let's go into 1 second. I'm going to go to the extended hours. And there we go. Yep. So the extended hours started going up. It went up after hours. That's, it went up. Yeah. Let me see here. So we got here, we're at 189 and we're at 193.01. So that's about 0.08% increase. So 0.16 points higher in the after hours. And then we also had Verizon. All right. So Verizon, let's look at their information. Yeah, so they had a 3%, 3.75% increase in earnings report, and also revenue 0.65% higher than expected. So that was good. So if you go back to the 5 minute chart after hours, it did come up a little bit. Now it's retracing a little bit. So they probably didn't have that much information that really pushed the stock up, but still looks bullish. We have a line here at 43.56. If we look at the 30 minute chart, look at regular hours. So right now that this is was before close. I'm just looking at, so right here, this is a SR flip, a support resistance flip, right in this area. As you could see, the stock came, hit this line, bounced off, and now it comes up, hits it as a resistance, and now it rejected, right? So this is probably the primary target for Verizon at 43.55. Okay, so that's the first line. If it's still going to be bullish, this is the target, your first target that you want to go for. Okay, and then what else? There was I think Adobe had earnings today. Let's go to the day chart. Oh no, error. June 12th. Okay. Trying to see who else. Let me go back. Let's check out. So Verizon. I'm trying to get like the big. The big companies, 3M. Let's check out 3M, see how they are. So let's go back to trading view and we're going to look at 3M. I think it's MMM, right? Yep. I look at 3M, something else comes up. All right, so at the day, the earnings, okay, so they did pretty good with the earnings. They were estimating 1.766. They beat it by 0.114, so that's like 6%. I love how they say surprise here. And but the revenue, about 0.65%, which is 37 millions. Chump change for them. So let's look into the chart itself. Let's go to the 5 minute. So this is the red candle right before close. So if we go to extended hours, and we're going to zoom in so we can really see what's happening. So this is the extended hour. It was right here at 136.33. And with the positive earning report, we're at the 137.62. So it went up about 0.12%. So that's pretty good. Let's see what else. What other earnings report we could just dive into. Um, Equifax, that was like a split. Um, just looking, Enphase did really well. I was looking at it live and they weren't saying good things for Enphase. Let's check out Enphase. Oops. Enphase, please. Enphase Energy. Wow, look at this guy. Yeah, this is never good when you want to look at the charts after earnings. These big candles here. So, um, it's trying to come back up, but chances are this is going to drop even more. Let's look at the day, at the earning. It's not, this red E is never good. All right, so they missed the earning. They were estimating 0.71. Their reported 0.68, and then $5 million dollars revenue. So it's 1.39% less than expected. So yeah, not a good day for them. I actually use Enphase for my solar panels, so I'm a customer. So that stinks. Just looking, I'm gonna take this and go to the regular. I'm just gonna look at, whenever you're looking for levels, always look left, right? So you have to zoom out, look left, and try to find your levels here. Um, so right here, this is one level right here. Gotta make this solid. So the first level we see for support is 52.53. Second level, if that is broken, I'm going to take this out so we could actually see this a little bit better. So that's one level right there. The next level we want to look at um, I would say this is the next level here, 51.34. And then I always like to do 3 levels to really see. Third level right here, 50.59. As you could see, this is coming up, hitting resistance, breaks it, comes back, hits resistance, hits resistance, breaks the resistance, comes down, and now it's hitting support, right? So it's using that resistance into a support. So if they're going to decide to push this down, you're going to see this. So let's go in the 5 minute. So, and we're going to go to the extended. Oh, I completely broke my levels. Alrighty, that was beautiful. All right, because of earnings, it broke my levels here. So we're at this level. So if we go to the 30 minute and really see where they are here, let's say 4803 is where it is. So we take out the extended 4303, 4803, I said, right? So 4803. So the levels we're looking at next is probably, this is one level there. And then we have to zoom out even more. Let's go to the 4 hour. And this is where we are in the 4 hour. Let's try to get a level here. There's a lot of bouncing here at this level. I would aim for this one. I see the bounce here, rejection, comes up, taps it, breaks it, and we have one tap, two tap, and then we break it again. So this is the resistance, and then it breaks it, comes up, support, and drives up. This is broken, this is a false breakout, and then it comes back into it. So if we go back to the 5 minute chart, where is our level? Okay, we go to the extended. Okay, so we're still there. Okay, so that's the level we were looking at. So chances are, if this is going to go down, there's more downside here if it does want to hit. So it could be levels at the $46 area. Okay, so hopefully you don't own Enphase. All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. This was a little bit longer than expected, and if you have any questions, you could always DM me. I have a Discord. You could send a few messages in the Discord at Doji Stocks, or you could send some messages at Doji Stocks in YouTube. Okay, so look out for my next live. I was gonna go live today, but I had some issues, so that's why I just decided to record. So hopefully, I'm gonna try to do one before the week is over again. Another recap of the market. Hopefully, today is Tuesday. We have a good green day tomorrow as well. Because we need our market to go up a little bit. Okay. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe in the YouTube channel, and be a member of the Doji Stock community in Discord. All right. Have a great day. Thank you for everything. We appreciate your support. Have a good night.